Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been 1,000 years since I last uploaded. I probably last uploaded in like 2018, June, July, September maybe? I'm not sure. But this time around, I'm back in Malaysia. I went to Taiwan for 4 months. If you guys didn't know, I went for like a student exchange. But I'll just be talking about that a little bit while doing my makeup because I feel like it's gonna be a bit boring if I just talk to the camera like this. I don't know if you guys know or not, but I'm really bad at multitasking, so probably will get a little bit distracted here and there. You know, like, by the way, I just did my nails. So I'm gonna be starting my makeup now and telling you a little bit about my life in Taiwan for the past 4 months. Yeah, 4 months. I've been there for 4 months. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Where should I start with the whole Taiwan thing? I'm not sure. Okay, so I went to Taiwan in like, what's it called? I went to Taiwan in September 17th, 2018, and I came back on January 14th. So initially I was supposed to just be going there once and coming back once, but in between I came back a total of 3 times, including January. I came back 3 times. Not for the reasons you might think it is. No, I'm not that rich. I came back because sorry, my hair. Came back the first time because my grandfather on my father's side passed away. So when I got the news, he already passed, and I came back for the funeral. And I didn't actually post it on my Instagram story. I only posted it to my close friends because I didn't want everybody to think like, oh, she's back again, like flexing because she's very rich. Because not everyone is gonna be watching your story like all the time, so people probably can't get the context of like, oh, you actually came back for a funeral. So I got a lot of awkward moments when people kind of like saw me in Malaysia and they're like, wow, you're so rich, you came back again? I'm like, no, I came back for a funeral. So I came back once in, I would say October, the end of the October, for my grandfather's funeral. And I also came back again once in what's it called, December, early December, around my mother's birthday, when my aunt, it was really emotional for us because we didn't really expect it to happen. I mean, not like my grandfather's was expected, but my grandfather was like over 90 years old, so we kind of knew that it was going to end someday. But for my aunt's case, we didn't expect it. She was in the hospital most of the time, but we always thought that she would get through with it, so it came for a bit of a shock for us. Now that we got those 2 out of the way, people won't be asking me why I came back so many times anymore. When I came back, I had a few problems here and there. I made my visa. I think it was a visitor visa in Taiwan. Because if you stay in Taiwan for over 30 days, you will require a visa to stay there. My visa is a single entry visa, so I had to renew it when I went back. I didn't expect it to be so tedious, but that's what you gotta do. After I remade my visa, I went back to Taiwan. Didn't expect anything to happen again. I made a single entry visa again because I didn't think I'd be coming back to Malaysia again. But after my aunt passed away, I came back again, and I didn't want to redo my visa because at that point I only had about a month left in Taiwan. So I decided to just wait a few more days and just go back as a tourist. And that means I didn't make a visa, but I only stayed for 29 days. So I didn't stay for officially 30 days, so I didn't require a visa. I found it really hard to make friends with Taiwanese people. I mean, I'm not saying that they're bad in any way, it's just that I found it wasn't really as easy to talk to them, or like, we couldn't really click. Like, if you tried talking to a Taiwanese person, they would just answer your question, they wouldn't really ask more. I mean, like, this may be a bit like too stereotypical, or like more, maybe it's just like too one-sided. I mean, maybe I wasn't friendly, or I don't know, but in the 4 months that I was there, I only made a total of probably 3 or less than 5 Taiwanese friends because I just couldn't click with them. And I don't know, we didn't really talk much in class. So yeah, it's not their fault, probably it's my fault. Among the 5 Taiwanese people that I met, One of them was a girl named Jia Peng. She's actually a Taiwanese partner, basically to teach us stuff if we had any problems outside of class. I could say she's the friendliest Taiwan person that I've met. I really enjoyed hanging out with her and like just learning some stuff from her. Let's take a break here and like look how freaking glassy and smooth my skin is. I freaking love this combo. Okay, if you guys didn't know, I didn't actually tell you guys, but I used my Christian Dior multi-perfection makeup based sunscreen. Then I used the Maybelline Baby Skin Pore Eraser Primer. Then I used the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation. And look, my skin looks freaking glassy and smooth, so if you want this look, you can check it out. Oh yeah, I also set my skin with this Mary Kay translucent powder, which I've been using for a freaking long time because I can't finish it. I can't really tell you much because there's so much to tell. Tell me what you want to know in the comments below. Do you want to know the places I've been, the people I've met, or the struggles I faced? Just let me know anything you want to know. Or maybe the food, you know, because food. Okay, back to the story. Oh yeah, why don't I tell you about the biggest asshole I've ever met in my entire life, in Taiwan. Okay, so as you know, we went to Taiwan for 4 months, and I went there for a student exchange. So obviously I will have like a teacher that's supposed to be taking care of us. Her name is Miss J. I'm gonna call her Miss J, okay? Because I don't want to throw that much shade. Maybe like a week before we went to Taiwan, I actually emailed her several times. Asking her if we will have transport service from the airport to the university, because you know we have never been to Taiwan before. We should have like transportation, right? As a university, you're supposed to be taking care of your students, right? So I asked her. She didn't reply to any of my emails until the day of the flight, and I didn't even receive any emails until I landed in Taiwan. Then I received the email saying that I'm sorry, we won't be able to send you off, pick you up from the airport, and you have to find your own transport. And then I was like, okay, I was dumbfounded, but luckily I actually googled ahead of time like how do I get to the university. So basically, if you want to know, we took a MRT from the airport to Taipei main station. Then we took a taxi from Taipei main station to the university. It wasn't really that far. I don't remember the price because it was like 4 months ago, but it was a bit of a hassle because like what the fuck, we're exchange students. Like, why are you treating us like so badly? We arrived at the university, and this Miss J, she actually met us for less than 5 minutes. She gave us our room key and just let us know, oh, you guys can find your way to your dorm, right? You don't need us, right? So I'm like, okay. She heard that we could speak Mandarin. 她听到我们会说中文，所以她就觉得我们不需要帮忙。She knew that we could speak Mandarin, so she didn't help us as much. Whereas my roommate from Czech Republic, she couldn't speak a single bit of Mandarin, and later on I learned that this Miss J personally went to pick my roommate up from the airport and send her straight to the dorm. So why the double standards, man? Like, I low-key feel like, not Taiwan people in general, but some people in the university are really very racist towards other Asians. Like they look, once they see that you have like a white face, fair skin, big eyes, blue eyes, or whatever, you don't, as long as you look different from the Asian culture, they will treat you completely differently. I mean, like, this is just my personal like experience. I don't know about all. I don't think all of them are like that. I just think some of them really have that kind of mentality. Basically, Miss J is one of those people that I feel like she just looks at skin color and that's it. Like, oh, you're Chinese, so I mean, like, you're Malaysian Chinese, so you know how to get around in Taiwan. Like, fuck, bitch, I haven't been here for more than an hour and you want me to find my way back to my dorm that I've never been to before? Jesus Christ. We also had a problem with our timetables because when we came to Taiwan, we wanted to do some credit transfers for some subjects back at our university, and I changed my mind and decided not to do any credit transfers because of the language barrier. You know, like I said, my Mandarin isn't that good. So yeah, she was very bitchy about it. Like every time we would ask something, she would always see, look at the email we sent, look at the email we sent. It's like, I'm already in front of you, why can't you just tell me I'm already in front of you? So she was basically no help at all. And I think midway through the exchange program, she quit her job. I think she resigned and went somewhere else, and this other lady came and helped us. The other lady was freaking nice, I tell you. 10 out of 10, she was the best. Too bad we only saw her for half semester, and by then we already had all our problems settled, so we didn't really need anything else anyway. Next, I'm gonna move on to contour. I'm gonna use this H&M bronzer. My sister got it for me, and look, it's freaking big. It's like the size of my face, man. So after that, Miss J was no longer part of my problem anymore. This other guy, his name is Mr. D. Mr. D stands for Mr. Douchebag of the Day. Mr. D was actually Miss J's boss, I could say. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I went back to Malaysia twice. First time was because of my grandfather's funeral. So at that time, it was the first time I ever left Taiwan. So I wasn't sure whether I had to tell anyone. Because like, logical, right? You're supposed to tell someone that you're leaving before you go, right? So since at that time Miss J was already she already resigned, so I only could talk to Mr. D. I sent Mr. D an email. I said, hey, I have some problems back in Malaysia. I need to go back for family emergencies. And what should I do? Who should I contact? Should I tell you before I leave? What is my flight? I emailed him a lot, and until this day, I shit you not, he has not replied yet. So that's how you can see how much he really fucking cares about us exchange students that are not white. Next, I'm gonna be using this Dior eyeshadow palette that my aunt gave to me. It's called Dior Backstage Eye Palette. After emailing Mr. D, he did not reply. So next day I went to class. Basically, I asked my lecturer what should I do. And then he told me to go to the international office in the university and tell them my problem, and basically just let them know that I'm leaving, because that's the responsible thing to do. And I was like, okay. So after class, I went there straight away with my Malaysian classmate Kaden and my roommate Soyoung, both of them. So they're like my eyewitnesses that this isn't part of my imagination. This seriously, I shit you not, happened. Okay. So I went to the office and Mr. D wasn't there. So we waited for like probably 15 minutes, not that long. And then he arrived. I said, hi, I'm actually one of the exchange students from Malaysia. I spoke in Chinese, right? And I said that I actually have a problem. My visa, I need to go back to Malaysia because I have like a situation back home in Malaysia. And then immediately after I said visa, he started getting really angry. He got very offensive, started to yell at me. Hey guys, so I was jumping here and there in the video, but we're gonna take a pause here and I'm gonna tell you a bit about my friend Kaden's encounter with Mr. D. So it's really interesting and it's part of the story, so yeah. Just so you guys don't get confused, I'm gonna color it in black and white. So yeah, this like black and white means the past, okay? Kaden and I have visas that only last like 90 days. And the 90 days won't cover the 4 months that we're there. We're required to extend our visas when we are in Taiwan. And so Kaden actually asked Mr. D like, what should we do exactly? Because as an international student, you're not sure, right? You're not from Taiwan. And when Kaden asked this Mr. D yelled at him and said like, oh, why couldn't you do this back in Malaysia? Why didn't you do this properly? Everyone else could have done it properly. Everyone else did it properly in Malaysia. Why are you the only one that has this kind of problem? I don't know what is wrong with you. Basically, he started blaming Kaden for all of the things that happened like with the visa. Visas are out of our control because the immigration officer are the ones who decide how many days you get at the visa. So I can't be like, I'm not the one who controls how many days I get, right? I only can control what I do after that. So if you want to yell at us, don't yell at us, yell at the Taiwanese immigration officer that was in Malaysia. So yeah. Okay, now back to my story. Back to my situation with Mr. D. I told him all about the problems I had, and then he just straight away yelled at me. The same thing he yelled at Kaden. Why are you telling me about this? Like, this visa thing is your fault. You should have done it properly in Malaysia where everybody else has no problems. You are the only one with these kind of problems. We have never faced this kind of thing in our university before. Then I was like, okay, but I'm not asking about the visa now. I'm talking about, should I go back? What am I supposed to do before I go back to Malaysia? Like, should I redo my visa here or do I? I wasn't sure, man, because like your university has been around for like decades. I believe that there surely has been a problem with international students where they had to go back, right? So this fucker, like, he said, no, this kind of thing has never happened before. So at that point, I was so pissed, and I was like, I don't want to yell, I don't want to argue with this motherfucker. So I was like, okay, 谢谢. I walked downstairs, I called the immigration office, I told them my situation. I said, do I have to renew my visa before coming here? Then he says, yes, you have to remake a new visa. Simple as that. It was less than 1 minute and I already got my answer. So I basically wasted my time going all the way up there talking to the Mr. D-bag, and he's just telling me all this bullshit and yelling at me. So after that day, I freaking have the worst impression of him. He's like the worst. After that, I kind of gave up on that international office. I really didn't want to go back there again because of all that negative energy. So yeah, basically all of the bad people that I've met in Taiwan were actually supposed to be the people who are supposed to help me while I was in Taiwan. So one thing that I've learned after going to Taiwan is that you really cannot trust anyone but yourself. You really cannot like rely on anyone, even if it's like authority wise. You cannot rely on anyone except for yourself, because the people who are supposed to be helping you will end up just fucking you over. So the first time I went back to Malaysia, I told you, right, I emailed Mr. D. But for the second time, I didn't even bother. I didn't even bother to tell anyone except for my roommates and my teachers, because they don't fucking care. Hey guys, so this is basically the end of the video. I don't really have a sign out or anything. I'm just going to do this little time lapse of me finishing my makeup, because basically I talked way too much and the video is already way too long. So yeah, I'm just gonna say goodbye to you guys now, and thanks for watching. Thanks for always subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. My goal this year is probably to get 500 subscribers. I don't know, I'm pretty chill about it. Yeah, I know the quality kind of sucks, but you know my style, I don't really care. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Hope to see you guys soon in the next video, and bye.